You know what I've been thinking about recently, by the way?
What?
Okay, so obviously there's that joke of how you could never really get real love from an e-girl, right?
Yeah.
My question is this. Who do you have better chances of getting genuine love and affection from? A prostitute or an e-girl?
Ooh. I mean...
'Cause I'm beginning to think prostitute.
Yeah, at least with a prostitute, you could actually physically be there with her.
Yeah, and also the prostitute
has a lot lower self-esteem, yeah. Yeah, and like with the prostitute you get more than just like a picture of her in lingerie and socks.
Yeah, you get actual sex.
Get pussy.
Get STDs to remember her by. Hello there, everybody. So you've probably noticed, though, that like this video format, it seems a little bit different than usual. You probably noticed that the title, we have a singular topic, and that's because the podcast from now on, we're gonna be trying to like focus down on just random shit we find on the internet and like talk about it, clown on it, and
podcast more like podcast. Got him.
It was the most unfunny thing we could have said on the podcast, and I love it. So me and Dan were like talking yesterday, and Dan randomly sent me a link, and I was like, "Oh, Food Theorist? Is this like some kind of like parody channel that someone made?" No, it's a real channel I think that MatPat has made.
We have not been transparent that we are huge MatPat fans. MatPat is a god among men.
The greatest bonding moment me and Dan have ever had is where we both just opened up the Five Nights at Freddy's Game Theorists playlist and watched all of it in one sitting.
It was deep.
It was so fucking hilarious.
It was one of those like deep philosophical moments where you just truly ascend to another plane of existence.
Dude, it was so good though. Like, you have no idea how much me and Dan were just constantly making the same jokes to stay sane. I thought we were just gonna like go ahead, we're gonna go through, we're gonna watch a lot of these videos. There's not too many, so luckily I think we can pull it off. But my question to Dan is, Dan, what are your expectations?
Okay, so a running joke in, I don't know if they still do it on Game Theory, is MatPat's love for Diet Coke. Remember that?
I think I remember that, yeah.
So, I feel like this is fitting, that this is something he might do.
Mm-hmm.
But what the fuck? It's like, okay, I'm gonna make a show called Game Theory. I'm pretty into games, I'm pretty into theorizing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'll get popular doing that, and then later down the road, I'll do film theory, because, games and films are both, like, storytelling mediums.
Yeah, you can really analyze them, like,
Yeah.
pretty big time, yeah.
And then just food theory.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. This is like those YouTubers who have, like, 15 different side channels, and they're, like, way too niche on each of them.
I think it's amazing how this channel's, like, only been around for a week. It already has 1.11 million subscribers.
I want to know the actual demographic for Food Theory. I imagine even after we've watched all these videos, we're still going to be confused as to why Food Theory exists.
Now, I'd like to point out that you said we're maybe going to come back, because we might just ascend to another plane and give up on this world entirely after watching Food Theory.
I mean, that's technically possible. It's not very likely. Okay, we are back from watching all of the Food Theory, and I mean all of the videos. We completely watched them, right?
Yeah, at the time of recording, there are 6 episodes plus the trailer. It was a journey.
Where do you want to like kind of start with all of this? Like, where can we even begin discussion?
Okay, well, do we either go about it in starting at which ones we think were the weakest to the strongest, or do we start from just first to last?
Let's start with which episodes we think were the weakest.
Okay, so what episode was the weakest for you?
The weakest episode for me was by far the "What is a sandwich" video, even though I still think it was entertaining. It was kind of, you know.
Yeah, I can feel you there. It was, you know, it was good. It was interesting, but I feel like it's an overplayed thing. Is a hot dog a sandwich? That's just kind of like, I've already heard that discussion, man. I want to hear wacky shit.
Yeah, no, you know what? You're kind of right. Compared to all of the other things, the "is a hot dog a sandwich" thing is a little bland.
I feel like the first 5 episodes were kind of just like a basis on what you can expect from the channel.
Yeah, I think that too.
And then this episode's like really kind of like, okay, this is kind of what weekly content's gonna be like. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't my favorite.
Yeah, it's... Well, I mean, didn't you give it like a 2 out of 10?
Yeah, I gave it a 2 out of 10, and the note I wrote down for it was meh.
Meh. I feel like you and I look at these scorings a bit differently. Let's just put our scores for all the episodes right now up on screen and discuss them. Like, just wow, what you put down. Just wow.
Do you have anything else to say about the sandwich episode?
You know what? I need to bring this up because I do find it kind of interesting. There is a through line that I'm gonna mention that actually applies to a pretty good amount of the episodes. Something I find strangely interesting is a lot of these episodes very often like mention like the corporate side of why certain things are done.
Yo, fuck big food. All my homies hate big food.
No, okay, so let's go down the list here. Fry's video mentions that, like, yeah, employees could possibly be trying to, like, stuff the fries a bit differently so that, like, the companies can actually save a pretty good amount of cash, right?
Yeah.
Cake video mentions the corporate side of things in the sense of that it mentions, like, why, you know, adding eggs into your cooking was a big part for the Betty Crocker type cake thing.
Yeah.
Grocery store, yeah, one really heavily about it.
Yeah, I really dived into that.
Yeah, and sandwich video somewhat mentioned it.
What was your rating for the sandwich episode?
5.5 out of 10.
Is that your lowest score?
Yeah, that's my lowest score. I'm very generous with my scorings.
The Virgin Angelo. Yeah, I give it a 5.5 out of 10. It was still a pretty good episode. The Chad DanJ 2.
Well, it depends
Take
on
it
what...
or leave it. I feel like we've established that I am a lot harsher, either like good, bad.
Yeah, I could tell, being as you like hate half the Danganronpa cast.
Yeah. What's your second lowest?
Second lowest for me was actually the Tootsie Pop video.
Okay, wanna give some insight onto that?
Well, okay, so that video is interesting first off because it does teach you a bit about like the science behind like how the sugar, you know, in most candies kind of broken down somewhat, right?
Yeah.
But it gets kind of like boring as you have to just keep watching people lick. And I feel like I get kind of tired of it, honestly.
You want to bring up the whole thing with the licking?
Okay, me and Dan were making this joke so often. I need to tell you how. Me and Dan, I'm being serious here. So at first it only starts off with 3 researchers, right? And they're all doing like different, researchers in quotations, obviously. And the girl in the middle starts off with like having way less licks than the guys. And you know, obviously, there's a joke you can make there, gamer, right? But what's better is that when they added in all the factors that should increase the amount of, you know, that should decrease how many licks it should take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. What's fucking hilarious is she had the least out of all of them. Like, and the best part is, me and Dad keep making the joke. It's like, you know, strangely enough, she kind of looks like she could be in porn. Let's be real. Like, just a little bit. Like, she looks like the type. I don't know if that's like an insult or a compliment, but...
It's like kind of both at the same time. Well,
I mean it in the nicest way ever. You look like the type who could suck cock better than anyone in that video.
The Virgin Angelo not knowing how to cook. The Chad DanJ. Yes.
Yeah, Dan J knows how to actually cook, which basically means chicks will like totally be all over him when the apocalypse comes, and because they didn't learn how to cook, they need a man to cook for them.
All they know is charge they phone, McDonald's, eat hot chip, and lie.
Oh well. Alright, so I don't want to like get too much into the details here, like of just I feel like if we just go through and we talk about rankings we have for each and every one, we're gonna get fucking bored real fast here. So let's jump right to it, Dan. What was your highest ranked episode?
Food theory. Colon. Kool-Aid Man is a Marvel villain! Exclamation mark. This is what I want from food theory.
Yeah, I love. Okay, so this one's fucking so insane and stupid, and I love it.
It is balls to the wall, insane, crazy. It was amazing.
So to try and explain how me and Dan really feel about this episode, let me try and put this into words as best as I can. We were coming into food theory having just the lowest expectations possible.
It's food theory. What do you expect?
Yeah, and then we got fucking MatPat giving us a power leveling system for Kool-Aid Man.
And the thumbnail for it is glorious. It's like the worst thumbnail ever, but it's amazing.
This is like the most clickbaity, retarded thumbnail ever, but it's also just pure art.
The fucking shocked Thanos. It was a great episode. It was the best episode.
Because when you get down to it, it really is just a discussion about like the power level of the Kool-Aid Man, and it's kind of beautiful.
It really is, and I don't get where MatPat like got like he's gonna be a villain specifically.
I mean, I think he just add that in because like he'd be so crazily powerful that he would work well as a villain.
My advice for you is go watch it. Stop watching this video. Don't come back. Go watch it.
Yeah. Okay. Look, so look. No matter how much we're gonna make fun of food theory here in the next few minutes of this video, I'm so sincere with you. Please go watch the Kool-Aid Man is a Marvel villain at the very least.
Your dick will get hard. If you don't have a dick, you'll grow one and it will get hard.
Can we just discuss the concept more of side channels? Because just the side channels that some big YouTubers have.
Game theory is special because something I noticed for a lot of side channels for YouTubers is it's just like them gaming.
Yeah!
Game theory is already about gaming, so what the fuck you gonna do?
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, that is kind of the thing that I find lame. That when you get down to it, 99% of side channels are just the game. It's just like the gaming Let's Play channel. And I kind of hate that. Want to know why? Because when you get down to it, that's the most lazy fucking thing ever.
It's lazy. You're just like recording yourself playing games. By the way, look out for the Teknopathetic's gaming channel.
I'm never doing that. I have to just say this. As retarded as it looks, I'm gonna give food theory credit. It's going into something niche that would actually make a sense for a side channel. Because what are you supposed to do? Put these theories on fucking game theory or even, you know, film theory? No. At this point, though, I feel like at a certain point, I would be interested to just see if MatPat just made a singular theory channel. Where he just hosts all of these. That'd be something I'd be totally okay with, too.
Just theory.
Just theory.
So, we've gotten the pattern of game theory, then film theory. Now this, like, curveball with food theory. What do you think the fourth theory is gonna be?
That's a good question, isn't it? I mean, you and I were making the jokes of porn theory.
MatPat is gonna review his theorist's
Okay.
prior work. Where she learned to lick very good.
Let's assume... Okay. So let's assume that the four, like, little different types of theories are all the essential things to life. Gaming, movies, and food. What's the fourth thing you need that's essential to life?
Coom.
Yeah, exactly! I do actually appreciate that MatPat's going into such a niche area because Are there any, because there's like, yeah, there's channels that are all about food, but they're not about stuff like this involving food, you know?
They're not about theories about food. It's just
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna make like some pizza, man. I do think it doesn't seem like it, but it's kind of a unique channel.
Yeah, like, it looks so stupid, but there is something actually unique to this, and it's kind of great. It's kind of weird. We went into this thinking we were gonna just make fun of food theory, but what's great is just, straight up, this is, in a sense, way better than other side channels of other YouTubers, because it is niche. Normally, you'd make fun of a channel for going into such a niche area, but because it's so niche, it's kind of incredible, and I love it.
Here's a question for you. Do
Yes.
you think MatPat is kind of trying to grow out of talking about gaming?
It's possible.
Because, like, let's go look at game theory. FNAF videos. Game theory just is not inspired anymore.
No, it's not.
It's like it's boring, normie bullshit. And then the same thing with film theory. It just doesn't look interesting to me. I'm excited to see what happens with this channel. I don't think I'm going to actually be a fan of the channel because I just don't really like MatPat's humor a lot.
I mean,
Even though I do.
that's the same for me, yeah.
I'm kind of excited to see where it goes though. You know what I'd love to see for food theory?
What?
So if you go to their channel, in their banner, you see coffee. I'd love to see MatPat tackle the corruption of the coffee trade. How the coffee farmers are actually getting paid extremely little, like lower than minimum wage. And just MatPat having like a serious discussion about that, and he's just like, makes cringy jokes about it. That'd be amazing.
You know what? Yes. Well, anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I've been Angelo.
He has.
Good night. I love you. Hope you love me back.